Oh yeah. Tess, go ahead.
Guys,
Oh.
back with another Spitballz episode. We got a banger today, as usual. You know,
All
some
right. What
college
do we want
football
to
talk
start
as
with?
well.
Do we want to start
So
with the godforsaken Natty?
let's start with the Natty. Yeah.
All right.
What a
Congratulations
game.
to Tess for
Oh,
winning
yeah.
the game picks.
I mean, you guys had that
Fraudulent,
if
but
you just
whatever.
picked Georgia.
Yeah, obviously, like we get it. Georgia was the favorite, but me
Mhm.
and Greg like to have fun.
I
So,
just want to say,
yeah.
like, the throws that Stetson Bennett throw and make that are touchdowns
Dude,
are
if he was,
all of them would be batted incompletions or interceptions in the NFL, in my opinion.
I was gonna say if
This
he
is
was
why
like,
he's not a
I
high
was gonna
draft
say,
prospect because he's
I was gonna say the
25 and he's
opposite.
throwing to the best athletes in the country.
I was
Like
gonna
when I
say
watch, I just
if
see
he's like, dude,
the tight end and the receivers just making plays over
It's not
corners
even
that they are
Brock
simply just
Bowers
better
is
than.
insane.
Yeah,
That
Brock
dude's
Bowers is going to be the next great tight end,
like
probably.
He's gonna be the Kyle Pitts.
He's going to be what everyone thought Kyle Pitts was going to be.
he's definitely a better prospect than Kyle Pitts, bro.
I was
Yeah,
just
Kyle
thinking
Pitts,
like,
but yeah, I
I
mean,
don't know. I was kind of thinking if he was like 22, like or 21, he'd low key be like a first round pick.
Stetson,
Yeah,
dude, I don't know. I feel like he's small.
He's
dude,
kind of
he's
like
low key like
Lamar.
he's like shifty. Not
He's
gonna
He's
lie.
pretty
like
athletic. I'll give him. He's
I give him the
athletic.
athleticism, but he's
Yeah,
small.
but
He
he made the throws they needed him to make. Like I don't know what he could have done more.
His throws just aren't
no, he just
impressive.
doesn't have the
His receivers are always open.
he doesn't have the assets that someone like Bryce Young or CJ Stroud do. Like
he's
he's
better
just like
than a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
Like I feel
I
like if he
really
was on
don't
the
think
Jets,
so.
they would have made the playoffs.
Not like backups. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know, dude.
There's nothing exciting about him as a prospect, and he's
Where is he?
25 too. So
But the thing, like,
but it's a quarterback. It's not like you have
what
like
was it?
wear and
What was
tear.
exciting about like Brock Purdy or like Mac Jones?
Brock Purdy was the last pick in the draft.
Exactly, and
That's just
he's
gonna
in the
go
NFL.
before that.
But I'm saying he's in the NFL and he's doing well. Like people are always they have to have like a wow
No, I
they
think
have to be like
people kind of
amazed by his
learned from
throw.
Mac Jones that if you just take a mid quarterback on the best
He
team,
made the
they're not going to be
playoffs.
that as great
Well,
as you want.
the Patriots aren't the best team.
I know, but when Mac Jones was the quarterback for the third
That
best
was
college football team of all time. Like when you take
Joe
when you
Burrow.
take the quarterback on that team and they're not doing anything like Joe Burrow, for example, like he had a special season that
But I
year.
feel like
Mac Jones didn't.
quarterbacks like Stetson
Stetson
Bennett
didn't.
or Mac Jones or Brock Purdy, if they're put in the right situation, they're going to do what they need to do.
Yeah, well, a lot of your success is in the
Like
NFL
Stetson Bennett isn't going
on
to
where
get,
you
he's not
are.
going to get drafted by like the Colts or the Texans, but like if he got drafted like late in like the third round, I think he'd be very successful.
Probably where he's going to go, and he might
Exactly,
be
but
successful.
if he was drafted to like a good
You
situation,
literally say that about any quarterback ever.
He's actually a big format.
no, because you could talk about Trevor Lawrence. He doesn't need a good situation; he'll be good anyway.
Jags aren't that bad, bro.
Well, he's also one of the best quarterback prospects.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
So that's like I'm saying. Stetson Bennett isn't that, but like if he's put in the right situation, I think.
Yeah, so I think we all agree here. I don't know what we're arguing. Like
There's no argument. I was just
we all
trying to make my point.
we all agree that Stetson is a fine quarterback. He's just not
Fine.
special, and there's no reason for him to go very high.
He raises his play in the big games, though.
I don't think he'd be a great NFL quarterback.
And just back to the Natty, like it was a disappointing game.
And
but
Michigan
when
lost
you-
to that team.
When you
That's crazy.
when you have upsets, that's what's gonna happen. Like
And that's just going to happen in the 12-team playoff.
I
Every
understand.
upset is going to give us a terrible game the week after.
Yes,
No, I mean I would say that the New Year's Eve games.
Yeah, but you got two
it was
great
worth
semifinals.
For
Every
the Natty
game
that
is
we
the
got, I would
greatest
say the
game
New
ever.
Year's games were worth it.
If we get an upset in the 12-team playoff, it's just going to be an absolute domination the next game.
Yeah,
Dude,
but in the 12, but let's say
in the 12-team playoff, you're gonna have Penn State and
let's say
other good teams.
Georgia plays
Penn
Penn
State
State
would've
in the
got
second round of the
dominated by
12-team
Georgia.
playoff, and Penn State pulls off an upset against Georgia. Penn State, do they lose in the next game? Probably,
Yeah.
but Georgia's out, so someone else has to win. Like it
We're just depriving ourselves of good games.
by adding. How can you be depriving yourselves of good games by adding more games?
You can
That's
say
the
that with
point
like
of
any. You
college
can say that
football
with
stuff.
any sport with high seeding playoffs.
That's
like,
not true. That's not true.
I
oh,
mean,
the best team loses.
in the
Dude,
NFL,
But in
in
the
the
NFL,
NFL,
the Bears could beat the Niners.
are you not
They
expecting
did.
like
They did,
multiple blowouts? Are you not expecting the Niners to beat the Seahawks by like 30 this week?
I mean,
Like,
I would. Yeah, but the difference from the Niners and Seahawks is so different than the difference from Georgia and TCU.
obviously, but
Like
you
the
know what?
Seahawks can beat the Niners.
TCU won one game that they shouldn't have, and this is what happened. Had Michigan, that if Michigan won, that game would have been closer.
Michigan lost to them. I don't know.
It probably would have been like 65 to like 28.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Ohio State lost by 1 point, and Michigan beat the piss out of Ohio State. So
But everyone knows that was a fluke. Like,
Yeah, like that
it
was
was a fluke. They just did it 2 years in a row. It's a fluke.
yeah,
Yeah. And then the last thing I want to say about the Natty is all the SEC meat riders need to shut the fuck up because
Nah, it's
after
definitely
Alabama,
true.
their conference is still mid.
Nah, like outside
After
of Ohio
Tennessee, their
State,
conference is still mid.
outside of Ohio State, like who's ever gonna win? Like who's ever gonna beat the SEC?
There are multiple
Clemson already
teams.
did it multiple times.
USC is
No,
going to do it.
I'm talking
in the
about
near
like I'm
future.
talking about like soon. Like Clemson,
USC is
yeah.
going to do
But
it in the
Clemson's
near
over.
future. Florida State's going to be
Florida
damn fucking good next year.
But it's like there's
you
like
act
there's
like
like
you
there's like
act like
three,
Michigan and Ohio State can't do it.
but it's like there's like 3 SEC teams, and there's 1 or 2 teams outside the SEC, and the
Alright.
rest of the
Tennessee-
100 teams in college football.
You
that
can't
has
put
a
Tennessee
chance.
in the same conversation as Bama and Georgia.
And
They haven't
also, like,
proved it
They
at
were
all.
they were 1
Defense
game
was
away from making the
miserable this year.
playoffs.
everyone always brings up like, oh, like the SEC's like, what are they, like 8 and like, or like 7 and 3 in the playoff or something, and like the Big Ten's like 2 and 7 or something. But like it's because the SEC just plays like Oklahoma every game.
Yeah,
Like, they have like
It's not
4
like
wins
the
against
SEC.
Oklahoma.
Okay,
The SEC has a
And Cincinnati.
spot in the playoff already grandfathered in at the beginning of every season.
outside.
Which is
So does the
ridiculous.
Big Ten.
Like
outside of the Big Ten and the SEC, does any other conference have a chance of 2 teams going to the playoff?
the Pac-12, who was arguably the
No,
best conference this year.
But like
USC and Utah were knocking on the door all season. Washington
Utah was not
Washington
really.
next year. Colorado's a wild card, who I still don't think is going to be good, but who knows? They could be. The Pac-12 is
Yeah,
disgusting. Oregon's good. Bo Nix
I
is
feel like
good.
it's just like every other conference has 1 team every year, and then the SEC has like 2 or 3. And the Big Ten is
Big
good.
Ten has 2 every year.
The
sometimes
Big
3.
Ten's up there,
The SEC has 2 every year, sometimes 3.
but like outside of that, it seems like everyone's just like on a lower tier.
All right. But outside of Georgia and Bama, like Tennessee won against a feeble Clemson team and LSU won against a feeble Purdue team. The rest of the SEC
Purdue.
sucked in bowl season. South Carolina lost to Notre Dame. Kentucky didn't score a point against Iowa. Ole Miss, who was the 10th ranked team in the country at one point, got their shit kicked out of them by Texas Tech. Like the SEC, there's a steep drop off after, I guess you could say, the 4th team. But like it's
Mississippi
Georgia and
State
Bama.
They couldn't lose.
What?
Mississippi State beat
Yeah, Mississippi State barely beat Illinois
Illinois.
in a game that they weren't going to lose, regardless of what happened.
Yeah.
It just wasn't going to happen. Like,
I want to
did-
say this about the Natty. I
and
think
Florida
it's
got their
rigged by
shit
the
rocked
refs.
by Oregon State too.
Did you
Okay,
say it's rigged?
Dude, I saw something that was like 90% of the money was on TCU, minus 13 point or plus 13.5.
so they
I'm
made
like-
him win by 60.
It didn't happen.
58, actually.
Yeah, so
Georgia actually covered the over all by themselves.
Yeah, I know. I saw
If
it.
anyone was wondering.
Yeah, we should have hammered that, dude.
that was like, nah, it might be a low scoring game.
And
No,
then
like,
all the
Dude,
all
on Spitballz last week, I said it was going to be a blowout, and then I didn't back it up in my prediction.
all of the Bama meat riders that say they should have got in with 2 losses can still
No,
shut the
That
because they
because
will,
no,
it's got to be based off merit and
no,
and
yeah, Bama. The people that are saying Bama should be in are saying it should be the best 4 teams, which is then like why are we playing the games?
yeah, exactly.
Like, we'll just look at the
Exactly.
We'll just
Integrity,
we'll just
culture.
look at the roster and determine it. Like, nah, like, TCU definitely earned a spot in the playoffs.
And they
It just
they
sucks.
beat Michigan too.
It
It's not
just sucks that they're so bad they can't show up to every single game.
I don't think if they played like 100 times, like they would lose by like 60 every time.
No, but I think they'd win like twice.
Definitely not twice.
Did
You
you
think
guys
less?
hear did you hear Kirby's pregame
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
no one's losing after that. Like
Wait,
it could
what?
be fucking Georgia.
Oh, wait,
His
yeah. I
his
did see that.
pregame speech got like leaked on Twitter, and it was
Yeah, I
like
saw
Electric.
that.
Dude, there was one
It was
last year
electric.
that he leaked from like Florida. It was like the halftime speech.
He's low-key like. I
I'd
can't-
run through a wall for that.
Do we think he's a better football coach than Nick Saban currently? Do we think Georgia
you
has
have to say he's
overtaken
the best coach in
Alabama
the
as
country right
He
now.
he
the
might be
premier
like the
college
best like
football
hype man,
program?
but I feel like Saban's still
You
the
have
best
to-
recruiter.
You can't say he's not. You can't say he's not the best coach in the country right now.
But isn't Saban still the best recruiter now?
I don't know. They like flip back and forth on recruit. Actually, Texas A&M won the recruiting natty last year.
They should have a
That
salary
worked out
cap
real well
on
for
NIL.
them.
So,
Yeah, it's recruiting is kind of a honestly what's more important is the transfer portal than
isn't NIL not like? Isn't it from like companies like at like
it was
like
supposed to
sponsors?
be.
It's from sponsors, and not from the
It
college.
was
Is it?
supposed to be, but what the schools did is like some of the
Boosters.
boosters for the school made like NIL collectives. So instead of the school paying the player directly to play for them, it's the boosters of the school signing them to their company, which is just
Mm.
the Alabama Booster Club or the
That's
Georgia
kind of
Booster.
sick.
It's bullshit, and it
Kinda
like
sick.
it's completely not what NIL was created for, and they're just finding loopholes. And Texas A&M was the first team to find this loophole, and Jimbo's a clown, so it didn't work out for them. But everyone's catching on now, so it's all gonna balance out, and Alabama and Georgia are still gonna out recruit.
It's like a free education, not like enough.
I know. Like
Nah,
that. What
when
it's
you com-
what
when you
NIL is
compare it to
supposed
what
to
the
be
schools
is
are
like
doing,
If you're an aspiring NFL player, I would not care about the free education. So
what the NIL is supposed to be is like DeColdest Crawford getting a sponsorship with a fucking air conditioning company because his name is DeColdest. Like that's hard. It's not because he plays for Nebraska.
bro definitely saw that on Twitter.
Yeah, that was like a big thing a couple months ago. It's like the funniest thing.
So like,
his name
who's
is-
everyone else like that doesn't have a cool name so it's taking money from?
Well, obviously, like if you're like Bryce Young and you're the best quarterback in the country, like Gatorade wants to do a commercial with you or something. Like that's what it's supposed to be for. It's not so that Alabama can like give you Lamborghinis so you play football for them.
But if you're the best quarterback in the country, where are you going to get more sponsorships from? Going to Alabama or going to like
Yeah,
Nebraska?
and that should be enough. It's saying, yo, if you play here, then more
Yeah.
companies will want to work.
It's like
will
signing.
give you
It's like
more money if you play here.
it's like going to sign in LA or New York to like a
Yeah, I
professional
know.
athlete.
That's good. That's what it was meant to be, and it's been taken too far. And Jim
College
Harbaugh
is-
still can't buy someone a hamburger.
It's college football now.
dude, that's illegal. All
That's
Michigan
illegal.
does is break the rules.
Yeah, he bought a $3 hamburger. How dare he?
Where's he
How
getting
dare
a $3 hamburger?
Yeah, wait, what?
Whatever.
Is it
Shut
like
the fuck up.
McDonald's? Man?
All right. Anything else about college football, or is that it until next year?
We
Till
can talk
next
some
year.
off season.
Yeah, we'll have some off-season talk. Oh, Spencer Rattler and Juice Wells are back. So South Carolina, dark horse, SEC East team next year.
Dark
Jamie
horse.
was right.
Prediction they
right.
do equally as they did this year.
What?
Prediction they do the same as they did this year.
I mean, we shouldn't have lost to Missouri this year, and I don't think we will next year.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have beat Tennessee.
We absolutely should. We came out that day and we played miles better than they did.
Who else did you
Clemson.
upset? Who else did they upset?
Clemson.
I think
Yeah.
Frank hates Stetson Bennett because he like owns South Carolina.
Actually, South Carolina is one of the most recent teams to beat Georgia. We did it in 2019. So
Yeah, but Stetson wasn't the QB.
I know Stetson wasn't there. He was at JUCO. Or he might have been the backup. I don't know.
That's looking crazy.
Did you see the backup for Georgia
No.
when they put him in the fourth? That dude was terrible.
I wasn't really paying attention at that point.
Yeah.
Wow, they put in their backups in the natty.
That's
Yeah, they were
actually
eating
like
fucking chicken wings on the sideline that
That's,
they
like,
stole
crazy,
from the
dude.
fans.
this is like a scrimmage.
Yeah, it happens. Every game can't be great. It was a blowout.
I mean, it can be competitive, like a
It
blowout.
was competitive for 5 minutes.
Sal hating again.
We got 2 great semifinals. I'm
There are a
happy.
lot of things that hate about
Again,
college
the
football.
New Year's Eve games were for
We
the
were
natty that
2
we had,
targeting
they were-
calls away from a Michigan versus Ohio
Shut
State,
up, dude.
and
That's
that would have
actually-
been electric.
Shut up, dude.
So, yeah,
Just be better.
that's all I have to say.
The
Let's go.
real natty was Georgia, Ohio State. We all know that.
Michigan would have put up a fight. All right, let's go to NFL because now I'm getting upset.
Let's go to Vince in Bridgewater.
Should we put that clip in?
No, we don't disrespect Michael K and the Yankees in baseball.
All right. First on the NFL list, did Aaron Rodgers retire?
No, there's
No.
like actually there's dude. If they
I
cut
think
him,
he's
I
gonna
saw-
be. I think he's done with the Packers.
No, I saw.
Yeah, well, he's definitely not.
If they want to cut him, he's owed $99 million in like guaranteed money. Like, there's no way he's just walking away.
I don't know. You think he cares about the money at this point?
You really think, dude? Aaron Rodgers just wants the whole media to be talking about him off season.
Yeah, you might be right.
He went and found Randall Cobb. Yes, let's get this picture, man.
I think it's a
Come on,
lot like
Randy.
the Tom Brady Patriots situation in 2019. Ended on a really tough loss. Brady didn't
He's
play
not-
great.
he's not
Rodgers
retired.
didn't play great. I think he just wants to change the scenery.
All right, where do you think he's going to go then?
I think he just wants attention. I think he'll end up with the Packers.
Raiders?
No, Packers.
Anybody that can provide him with a competitive playoff roster.
He's
and
not a
hopefully
free
win a
agent.
Super
He doesn't get the pick.
It's true. I forgot about that.
Like, it's not like Brady. Like, I don't know. I think he'll end up. on
But
the
I mean, the
Packers.
teams that are in that
Well,
position will
did
probably
we
go
not
after him.
have the same conversation last year?
So you don't think he's going to retire? I really think he might retire.
I don't think there's a single chance he retires. There's a chance he
But
leaves the Packers, but
Did you
there's not a
see his
chance.
interview?
He's not retiring.
What do you say? And I did not.
No, I don't know. Post game, but it's just like he looked like he was about to retire.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I don't know. I hope he retires.
He's not retiring, dude.
But,
All right. From
and
South,
maybe the Lions would beat him.
we can tweet it from the official Spitballz Twitter that he's not retiring.
Uh,
He can, dude. Like, he's not retiring.
Next, Kenny Galladay caught a $72 million touchdown.
That was
So
hype.
good for him.
That was
He's
like a
getting
crazy
ready for the
catch too.
playoffs.
Like,
It
that was
was
like
a
an
crazy
athletic
catch.
catch.
Like that's what you signed him for.
Like, where was that? Like, he can't catch like a
The
simple
fucking
slant route, but
Worst. Like that's
Nah.
you have to, as a Giants fan, he has to be like your least favorite player ever.
dude, I was happy for him. Like, he caught a touchdown, dude.
You were happy for him. Have you not
Were
seen
you
all
not
the
happy?
videos of him in practice? Just not
Dude,
giving.
They're gonna give him a
Every-
bigger role in the playoff game now.
No,
Just because he
every
caught that
Giants
one
fan is
touchdown.
happy for him. Dude.
Imagine they give him a bigger role.
just
He's
for
like-
him
They
to, like,
will. They
not
are.
even-
It's like comedy.
They're going to.
Dude, they're not. He's not gonna. He doesn't
not
play.
gonna-
Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't play.
We'll see about that one.
There's probably more games where he had 0 snaps than games where he played.
All right. Next up, since I made the take that the Niners weren't going to lose, they haven't. So, good job, Frankie. And
My take is so alive that the Buccaneers will go to the NFC Championship.
and
It's so
the
possible.
Texans.
I still think the Niners one is the best one that's ever been said on the show.
I really don't think it was
Like,
that. Like, we
this
all
man
agreed to
predicted
it.
that they wouldn't lose again, and
Dude,
they
like-
didn't lose again.
Who did they play? He predicted it after they played the Chiefs.
Dude, even if you play like not great teams, it's still hard to win every one of your last games. It wasn't like
Wow,
it was like a
dude.
3
We all-
game.
We all agreed to it. There were definitely better takes where
It was
where
after
everyone's
the, it was
disagreed
after
and
the
it's
Chiefs
happened.
game.
Yeah.
Okay. They beat the Rams, then the Chargers. Chargers are good.
Or no, I think it might have been after the Rams game.
I don't know.
Like, there's no team that's better than the Niners.
Yeah, I know.
It would be
But
like
there's
predicting
no
the
team
Chiefs.
that's better than the
it-
Chiefs
it,
too.
It would be like predicting the Chiefs to go on a 7-game win streak. I feel like that happens a lot.
2, 3, 4,
They
5,
lose.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I don't know.
Well,
Did it?
it was a 10-game win streak.
If the
So-
Jets could have put up double,
No, then you definitely did it after like 3 games.
What? Because this is episode 20. So what episode did I make it in? Because we do about one a week.
Well, it couldn't have been 10 then.
No, I think it was after the Rams game. Because they also had a bye week in there. Probably. Yeah, they had a bye week in there.
I don't know. I think there's definitely been better takes on this podcast.
So I either predicted their 9 or 10-game win streak. So lick my nuts. And the Bears finesse their way into the first overall pick.
Good for the
So-
Texans. Good for the Texans.
What do we think they're going to do with that?
Well, they're gonna trade back, obviously.
Obviously, you don't think
Yes.
they could take. I think they're going to trade back.
Texans are going to take a quarterback.
Yeah, I'm just saying any team that has the worst record in the NFL, like there's obviously holes there, and there's obviously things they could fix.
Bro, if I'm
including the
Justin
quarterback.
Fields, I'm like heated at the GM.
Well,
Who?
If I'm Justin Fields, I'm like mad at the GM. He said they
Why?
like want to take a QB.
No, he said
You
he
have-
had to be blown away to take it.
Yeah, I
first of all, as a GM, you have to say that to increase the value of the first overall pick. Second of all, why not? What did Justin Fields do? He won 3 games.
Dude, you could have put.
I don't think there's.
See,
I don't
that's
think
where
there's
you're
a
wrong.
quarterback in the
Yeah.
draft this year that's better than Fields. I really don't.
I know that's fair, but just because he's Justin Fields, like if Trevor Lawrence was available, I'm taking Trevor Lawrence.
I don't know. I feel like wouldn't
Bucks
you
are
rather?
never
They,
sure.
give
they
Justin
could get the
Fields
guy
a
that they
single
want at
weapon?
2 or 3. Why not trade back?
Well, they couldn't get.
Yeah,
the
I think
quarterback they wanted
they're
for
going to
the
trade
Texans.
back. The Colts have number 4. I think the Colts are going to try to jump the Texans.
Don't the Colts have 3?
Is it whatever? They have 3 or 4. I think they trade back for that and get a couple more picks, and fill out the rest of the offense.
When is the last time the first overall pick is traded?
Mm,
Well, I mean, every
the
team that
the
has
Rams
had the
traded
first
to get
overall pick,
Goff, no?
Did they?
Yeah, I
they've
think-
wanted to get the
I
guy.
don't- the Rams were never like that
I
bad.
think they did. Yeah.
No,
was there
that's
any
when they
after
drafted
that?
Goff.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm
You
saying.
just
They
said-
traded for that pick. I think. I don't think they were the first. I don't think they were the worst.
No,
team.
when they were in St. Louis, they were terrible. Dude, with
Jeff,
with
They
Jeff
were.
Fisher.
Jeff Fisher
Jeff
was the
Fisher.
7-9 merchant, dude. There's no way they were the worst team in the league.
7-9 merchant.
If that's not it, then I know that the Redskins traded for the RG3 pick. But I don't know. It's possible that other ones were done.
I don't know if you actually were blown away by a quarterback prospect.
Then
I
yeah,
don't think
like,
I don't think they will be by Bryce Young, but if they were,
if Caleb Williams was in this draft, then you can make an argument for it because Caleb Williams is that guy. But there's just like Bryce Young. Is Bryce Young gonna be good? Probably. But he's not
The Bears
gonna
are. The Bears were 2-1. They went, I think, 1-11 to finish the season.
Yeah, they did.
Like I know Justin Field has some
One
highlight
in-
plays, but
1-13.
come
No,
on, yeah, 1-13. You're right.
Dude, Sal, they were terrible.
Okay,
They were
but
not a good football
still,
It was
team
like-
at all.
Still,
It was like a middle school.
is their
offensive
roster really
line.
that much worse than like everyone else?
I mean,
Their roster's
I could see
fucking
them
bad.
drafting like Bryce Young.
they don't have any offense. Like they have less offensive talent than the Giants do.
That's captain.
I could see them.
Giants at least have Saquon.
Sal,
one
name
weapon.
a receiver on the Bears.
Yeah,
Chase Claypool,
garbage.
Darnell Mooney.
Very mid.
Isn't David
They're
Montgomery
running-
pretty good?
The only
Speaking
running
of
Justin
Herbert.
Fields had to play running back at the end of the season because they had no running game otherwise.
Speaking of Chase Claypool,
Cole
what a
Kmet.
trade by the Steelers.
Yeah, what a trade. They consistently
round.
win trades.
Steelers are just one of those franchises.
Yeah. And then the last NFL talking point I had was about Sam Howell's debut because I have to talk about it. He played all right.
They
Scott
wouldn't need the
Turner got fired,
playoffs
so that's
if he
a big
played-
W.
If he played all season,
Yeah, if he played all season, would we want a couple more games? Maybe. You don't know. I have no idea how good he is though, because the game doesn't matter, and we're beating.
Yeah,
the
it's a
Cowboys by
meaningless
20,
game. You
and they
can't.
only
You
let him throw
can't
the ball
judge.
18 times. Like, just
But it
let him
does-
throw
it-
the fucking
but
ball.
it does suck because now you have like, oh, wait, we might have something here. Maybe we shouldn't go get Lamar Jackson or something like that.
They're not getting Lamar. If
Yeah,
Lamar Jackson wants
dude,
to
it's
come
gonna
play
be
for
so
Washington,
hard to
they
get
get
Lamar
Jackson.
Derek Carr.
Or okay, maybe we don't draft a quarterback now because we
Feel
think
like-
we
I
have
think
something in Sam
We're
Howell.
the 16th pick. Are we in a position to get a quarterback? No.
We can get a quarterback.
Get a quarterback. We could maybe Anthony Richardson falls to us.
All right,
He
or like
does.
a Derek Carr or something like that.
Dude,
How I view it is,
not
What
get
if they
Derek.
draft Will
But-
Levis, Frank?
But now I think Sam Howell just
I
said,
don't think there's a lot of. I was looking at the draft order. There is a lot more QB thirsty teams than I thought. And Will Levis, even though he's not a top 10 talent, probably still going to go in the top 10. I
no,
think.
but won't now they'll be like, okay, we'll give Sam
You know what
Howell
I
a season
wouldn't
and
be
see,
opposed to
and you might delay the process.
is taking Stetson Bennett in the 3rd round. I'm not completely against that. Or Hendon Hooker. Two of the grandpas.
No, but like
Well, he
how
won't
I
play.
view it with the
no?
Commanders
What?
is
Hooker wouldn't play next year, right?
maybe not. Maybe not until halfway through the season or something.
No.
Oh,
But like, he
Howell in
wouldn't.
that
No,
bitch.
but he wouldn't even be like done with his rehab, right?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know when. I don't know how long it's gonna take. It could take 6 months. It could take 18 months.
I don't know.
Like,
Drafting a QB on a torn ACL.
well,
That might
if
not be the
it's
best move.
4th round, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, I don't think like getting one of the. I really think there's like Stroud and Young are good. After that, they might be good, they might not be, and they're not in a position to get Stroud or Young. They're both going to go in the top 5, and we're not. We'd have to trade our entire team to get
So
one.
as of right now, you think Sam Howell is going to be the starting quarterback to start next year?
I do think he will be the day 1 starter, and I
What-
sincerely hope that we bring Heineke back as a backup.
When did they draft him?
5th round. But he was the year before that. He was considered like one of the top prospects, and he had a really bad last year at college. So, do what you want with that information. The talent is definitely there. It's a matter of bringing in the right coach now to develop him.
Coaching is nearly everything in the NFL
I
for
know.
a quarterback.
Yeah.
Outside of like maybe
Scott
3
Turner is
quarterbacks.
obviously not it. So hopefully whoever is the new guy is it. And then I could maybe be happy for once. Okay. Playoff.
Can I say
Playoffs.
something?
What?
Like the Commanders, going back to like Howell and like do they draft a quarterback? Like they've been so mid for so long and they've jumped around with so many quarterbacks. They should just take a year where they should just try and develop Howell. Like they have a pretty good roster. They have good players. They should just take a year where they should try and develop him and see what they got in him.
And
It doesn't even matter if you make the playoffs or not.
if he's bad, then you're bad as a team, and you can go get.
And then you fix a bunch of stuff and you sell.
Or he's mid and you go 8-7, 8-9 next year. Yeah.
Dude, I would so much rather just be 4-13 next year than 8-9. But if he's good,
I don't know about that.
all he has to do
I don't like that philosophy.
all he has to do is be better than Taylor Heineke, and we will make the playoffs next year. Like, there's no doubt about that.
Taylor Heineke wasn't good, but he was lucky. Like,
yeah, but if you, we should make the playoffs. We have a roster that is good enough to make the playoffs without it.
So does every team in the division.
Yeah, and we were 1 game away from the entire division making the playoffs.
That's true.
Okay.
The NFC is actually so mid. Like,
yeah, it's awesome
compared to the NFC or AFC.
Okay, so I have the games in order of how they're scheduled for TV. So the first one is Seahawks versus Niners. I think we're all in agreement here, probably, about who's going to win.
Frank, take out a piece of paper and write down all of our picks.
Okay. Let me get a pen.
What a student. What a student.
What?
Said you're a good student.
All right. Are we going to
got the notebook right now. Wait, I got to find a Benjamin.
Yeah, are we going to do like...
Do I not have a pen anywhere? What the fuck?
So are we going to do like just win-loss record or like first round games are worth like 1 point, second round games are worth like 2 points? Like,
no, we'll just do record. All right. I got to get a fucking pen. Jesus Christ.
You have a pen at your desk? What kind of student are you?
I actually had to get one from my backpack. Okay.
But I went to class today without a pen.
I haven't actually gone to class yet today. Frank, Sal, Greg, and Tess. Okay. Niners versus Seahawks. I don't think this one needs much deliberation. Right?
Nah,
We're doing scores?
We can do scores. Sure.
Nah, no scores.
Yeah, take way too long.
Okay. I'm taking the 49ers.
49ers all around.
I'm done.
I need a coffee.
Okay. Next up is actually a pretty interesting one. It's the Chargers at the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Keep that in mind.
The Chargers are winning.
But Sal, your hot take last week was you're going back on your hot take?
Wait, what was my hot take?
The Jaguars were going to win a playoff game.
Exposed. Biggest Spitballz member of all time.
I guess I'm taking the Jaguars.
I think you have. I don't think you have a choice. I think you have to.
I'll take.
I'm also taking the Jags.
I'll go Chargers. I
Hey,
don't
guys,
trust the
that's fine.
Jaguars.
Yeah, I'm taking the
They
Chargers.
played
I
in the
think it'll be
crappy
close.
division and they won
I
it, and they
I
beat
wrote all the scores, my score predictions out because I thought we were doing scores. So I said Chargers 34-30.
and they beat Josh Dobbs.
But
I ain't rolling with the Jags. No Duval
Josh
County.
Dobbs needs to stop.
No, Josh Dobbs played well. Did you see his interview talking about the last play of the game?
yeah,
Yeah.
how he should have thrown it to the sticks. Yeah. Whatever. He
Who are
did
you talking about,
play
Josh
well
Allen?
in his
Whatever. I mean, it's not like you were like 4 points from the over.
Dude, I mean, they threw him in there. It's a week, 18 game to make the playoffs. Like, what is his second start of his career? It's tough, dude. It's
Okay.
dumb, dude.
Next up, we got Skylar Thompson and the Dolphins going into Buffalo.
Could be Teddy.
Bills.
What I saw was Skylar Thompson is starting, but it could be Teddy.
No,
No,
they're practicing like Skylar Thompson's playing. Two is out. Teddy's
I
freshman.
really don't think it matters who plays quarterback.
They barely beat the Feeble Jets at home.
DeMar Hamlin's going to be at the game. There's absolutely no way they're losing to the Dolphins.
Bills all
Honestly,
around.
the Bills are probably gonna win the Super Bowl after what happened to DeMar.
I think
Like, they just have a fire, and the
That would be
NFL
like
and
a
the
Boston
NFL
Marathon.
script writers are gonna give it all to the Bills.
the way I see it,
was literally
there's 3 teams that could win the Super Bowl this year.
No, there's 4.
I really only think there's 3 teams that can. Who's the 4th? Don't say the
Who's not in yours?
Eagles.
No, the Niners, the Chiefs, the Bills, and the Bengals.
I guess you could say the Bengals. I don't know. I don't really think
The Bengals could win the Super Bowl.
All right,
Bengals
maybe,
mid as always.
maybe they can. I really don't see
They beat the
anyone
Chiefs.
besides the Niners, Chiefs, or Bills winning it.
The Bengals beat the Chiefs, and they were beating the Bills, but we're not going to count that.
Hey.
That takes the regular season way too much into account.
What else are we supposed to take into account?
I don't know.
Not the regular season.
I think the Eagles can win the Super Bowl. I don't know.
Eagles
Look at the
fucking
paper.
blow.
You think the Chiefs weren't trying to beat the Bengals?
Dude, like you said, the Niners lost to the Bears, bro.
That was week 1.
Then why'd you bring it up, bro?
Chiefs played the Bengals early. It's not like that was
All right. I just think
whatever.
I'll
The
expose.
Bills are obviously going to be
it's also a
Dolphins.
different Niners team without their starting running back and it was Trey Lance. And it was in the rain.
Big difference, Trey Lance and Brock Purdy.
Trey Lance was obviously Jimmy Garoppolo was better than Trey Lance.
Who gives a fuck? It doesn't matter who plays. I can play quarterback for that team. And we win.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter.
Bro, you wouldn't be able to see over the line, buddy.
That's crazy. I could do it. I'm an athlete. You don't even know.
Neither can Kyler.
Giants at Vikings.
Dude, I'm actually I hate that so many people.
That was gonna be
Giants
so
win.
mad when I picked the Giants to win.
No, I actually am.
That was gonna be so mad that I'm not picking the Giants.
Everyone on TikTok and on these
21-20
coaches are just
Giants
taking
are
the
taking
Giants.
the W.
It's so annoying.
The Vikings
be
are gonna
happy.
miss a game-winning field goal.
This
I
is
just
a-
I just want to be happy.
Their
This
luck
is
is
a
gonna
Kirk
run
Cousins
out.
legacy game.
What?
Dude,
This is Kirk Cousins legacy.
this is actually
It's 4:30 Kirk, so you're getting the most mid Kirk imaginable. Not bad.
dude,
but
this
not
is
good.
this is the most doofy quarterback matchup ever. Because Kirk Cousins versus Daniel Jones. They're both so mid.
There's definitely been worse quarterback.
I'm rolling with the Giants.
No. They're just the same person. They're mid and they're weird and awkward.
They're weird and awkward. Kirk's not weird and awkward. He's just. I
Bro,
don't know.
do
if
you
he's
see him
fit.
with the
I think he's
chains,
pretty
dude?
fucking good.
Well, I think Daniel
Dude,
Jones is pretty
with the
fucking
chains,
good.
he was tough. That was a
honestly, the Giants are the best team in the NFC East right now.
That's
in my
cap, dude. We just
They
lost.
really
to
do.
them.
The Cowboys looked horrendous last week.
No, dude, we could be
And
the
the
best
Eagles,
team in
who
the
were
NFC.
playing for something, barely beat the Giants.
It's- I agree that we might be the best team in the NFC East. But if we played either of them head to head, there's just no shot we win because we can't beat them.
Maybe not the Eagles. If you played the Cowboys team that we played last week, anyone could beat that team.
We were the hottest. We were the hottest we've ever been, and we lost to them on Thanksgiving.
They looked so bad last week. So
we
bad.
We are bad against them. We just can't play well. I don't know.
Whatever. What's everyone else's picks? I picked the Giants.
Mm,
I'm not allowing you to pick the Giants, and I'm going to pick the Giants.
Greg picks Vikings.
Skull.
Sal picked Giants, and Tess, you picked the Vikings.
Yep.
Okay. Ravens at Bengals. Do we know if Lamar's playing?
He is. I don't think he is.
Doesn't matter.
No, I don't think.
I think if Lamar plays, the Ravens are gonna win.
I don't
But-
think it matters.
I don't think he's going to play.
Dude, the
So-
Ravens are actually the worst 10-win team I've ever seen
I
play.
actually do.
Well,
I
that's
don't
because
think
they
it
don't have their
matters.
fucking quarterback.
I don't know, dude. They were not playing great with Lamar either.
Dude, I don't know. I feel so bad for Lamar, dude. Like,
I think he's gonna want out in the offseason.
I feel
I
so
don't.
bad.
I don't think there's a chance he leaves.
I feel like they're gonna franchise tag him. I don't think he's gonna sign anything. I feel like they're gonna do anything in their power to keep him
He's
around.
as important to the Ravens as like anyone.
Dude, the franchise tag is actually so crazy. Like, how's that legal? Like,
Yeah, you have to stay
Yeah, it's
here.
basically like an I own you tag. Like, no, you can't leave. I own you.
When
and
when
you
you
have to
sign a
play for this certain amount of money.
when you sign a contract in the NFL, I mean,
Yeah, but at least you're doing that willingly. Like they could just say, "Oh, we're keeping."
no, but
you."
in the contract, it's like you can be franchise tag.
Yeah, it's still it kind of sucks,
Uh,
and it sucks for
Dude, I remember when
teams
the
that
when the
need a
Redskins did it
quarterback.
with Kirk, and I wanted Kirk to go to the Jets.
Dude, we
I
did
was
it
like,
like
no.
3 times with Kirk. It was terrible.
Yeah.
That kind of tanked our whole franchise, if I'm being honest. The amount of money we spent trying to keep Kirk Cousins around.
If you had Kirk Cousins right now, you'd probably be in the playoffs.
Okay, so are we all taking the Bengals?
if I was a receiver and the Jets drafted me, I'd probably just like hold
Garrett
out.
Wilson had 1,000 yards.
Dude, he should have had like 2,200 yards.
Yeah, dude, Garrett Wilson got like fucking.
Dude, Garrett Wilson
Yeah.
had a good for all the Jets receivers. He had a good. Okay, so
Dude, he got like.
he had like all the targets this
He got
season.
stripped of offensive rookie of the year.
All right, we went off topic.
He could still win it.
Yeah.
He's not
okay.
gonna win it.
Who gives a
He's
fuck?
still good.
Season's
Last
over.
game. Why is this the Sunday night game? This is terrible. Or I don't even know when they're playing. It's Monday night, isn't it?
Because it's Tom Brady versus the Dallas Cowboys.
7-0
It's
versus the Cowboys.
Arguably the two.
Yeah, but it's
Worst
America's team versus the GOAT. You really think they're
No,
not gonna put
The
it on
Lions are
prime
America's
time?
team. From here on out,
Yeah.
Cowboys
It's
are no
the-
longer America's team.
We should put
It's
together
the
a petition to get
biggest.
the Lions
It's
instead
the
of the
biggest ratings game. It's
No,
gonna
not
be
instead of the
it's gonna be
Giants.
the
We need the
biggest
Lions.
ratings game.
Instead of the Cowboys or Seahawks. The Lions should be there. The people want the Lions.
But he thinks the Giants didn't.
Yeah, no one
deserve
wants to
it.
see the Dolphins either.
Um,
People
Yeah.
wanted the Jets.
hammer the under for the Cowboys and Bucks, by the way, because their offenses are both feeble.
That's what
Todd
Vegas
Bowles is the
wants
worst
to
head coach in the NFL.
That is what the sports books want me to take, but I'm fading the people who fade the public.
Wait, what
The
are you
under.
taking?
Well, I think the Bucks are actually going to win, but I'm hammering the under in this game
I'm gonna take the Bucks too.
because, like, dude, I don't know if you guys actually watched the Commies play the Cowboys last week, but that was like the worst, like the sloppiest performance I've ever seen. Their punter dropped.
The
I
game
feel like
matter.
Dak
Their
just
punt
doesn't give a
returner
fuck.
muffed a punt.
Dak is just gonna
It's a
go
week-
off in the
it's a-
playoffs. He doesn't give a
Dak's
fuck.
thrown an
about anything.
interception.
It's
in
a week
7 straight
18 game
games.
against a team that's eliminated. They look at the scoreboard, see that the Eagles are killing the Giants. Like, what are they playing for?
So all of these happened when the Eagles and Giants game was 0-0 still.
Dude, it's still like a
They had
football.
2
You
special
don't just
teams
go out there and go
turnovers
like,
before the Eagles scored a point.
win
No,
the game.
but there are teams that like they're not locked in. Like you lock in for the playoffs.
No,
You
I
play
mean,
the best.
I could see like Dak not playing with full intensity, or like, I don't know.
Dude, it's the NFL. Like, if you don't play good, like you don't have a job. You know.
Steve,
Dak
leave,
Prescott.
bro.
It's
Get
actually
out.
Mikey. It wasn't Steve.
But never mind. Yeah.
Okay, I'm picking the Bucks. What South? You said the Bucks too. Or
Yeah.
Damn boys.
I think the Cowboys are feeble.
I
think this
got
game's
Dallas.
over.
Dude, the Buccaneers offense is so bad.
Yeah, I got that.
Would you
How
say?
could you pick them to win a football game when they have an offense the way they do?
The
There's
last
games where their offense looks good. There's games where their
The
offense
last
looks
Cowboys-
bad.
couple
Their
weeks,
offense
feel
looked
the
good in like
Cowboys
the
will take
last
those
game
plays.
against the Panthers. They looked decent. Every other game,
No.
like you see them against the Cardinals, it was like horrendous.
It's Tom Brady in the playoffs versus the Cowboys.
I got the
the
Cowboys.
Cowboys are terrible. Was that a back? Are you combing your hair with a back scratcher?
Yeah.
Dude, when have the Cowboys ever like came through in the playoffs in your lifetime?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be another repeat scenario of that. That Tom Brady's just gonna get it done. Then he's gonna get to play the feeble Eagles in the second round.
It's also it's my football take that he goes to the AFC,
Tony
NFC
Pollard's
Championship.
legacy game.
Tony Pollard legacy game. All right, wait. Let's keep a track. Who's having legacy games this week, Greg?
Kirk and Tony Pollard.
Just those two, no one else. No
So
Tyler
far.
Huntley legacy game.
Nah, definitely not.
Who else? I think Herbert might have a legacy game this week.
No, this is low-key where Trevor Lawrence becomes like a top 3 quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, it might be.
All right, let's all go around and make one legacy game pick.
It's Trevor.
Sal goes Trevor.
Like this
Who do
is
you
where
want,
he
Kirk
becomes.
or
This
Tony
is where he
Pollard, Greg?
becomes like the guy.
Kirk.
Dude. After this playoffs, we're gonna be talking about Mahomes
Like I
versus
said, Kirk.
Trevor Lawrence.
Tess, who's your legacy game pick?
Kirk.
Who?
Kirk.
Can't
Good.
pick Greg.
This is what
You
I
gotta
like.
pick a different one.
All right, I'll go with Tony Pollard.
All right.
Did Greg not pick?
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm gonna go with Brandon Ayuk. Fuck you, Sal. I want to.
Dude, like Raheem Mostert had a legacy game, but like no one cares because he's not a quarterback.
Yeah.
And he's on the
We're
49ers.
picking, I think we should do this every week of the playoffs. We pick someone to have a legacy game.
Legacy game.
I'm going with
Alright.
Brandon. All right, so we got Trevor, Kirk, Pollard, and Ayuk.
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess.
Sounds good. All right. I got to think of a hot take now.
I don't have. Well, are we done? That's it.
That's all the games.
Wow.
I
Hot
have
take.
class in
Alright.
like 20 minutes.
All right, yeah. My hot take is at the end of the playoffs, we're gonna be talking about Mahomes versus Trevor for the greatest quarterback in the game. Not of all time. Not of all time, but like the best quarterback in the league. I think it's still gonna be, but you know how like Josh Allen had the playoffs, and then everyone was like, "Oh, is Josh Allen the best quarterback in the league?"
Like Josh Allen was like an MVP candidate before that, though.
Dude, Trevor's gonna he's gonna. I don't know. He might win the Super Bowl.
No, he's not gonna win the Super Bowl. He's gonna play one game. You
Dude, he
can't
might
become
win-
a top. You can't
Dude.
go from being the 12th
Dude,
best quarterback in the league to the second best quarterback in the league in one game.
Here's what's gonna happen, right?
He's not
They're
getting
gonna-
a second
no.
game.
He's gonna go beat Justin Herbert, and he's gonna go into Kansas City, and he's gonna go toe to toe with Patrick Mahomes and lose because Patrick Mahomes is gonna put together like a 30-second game-winning touchdown drive. But that's just enough to get him in the conversation to like
That's
he's a
not
top
enough
he's a
to
top
get
two
him.
quarter. He's
That's
a top
not
two
enough
quarterback.
to push him past Herbert, Burrow, and Allen. I promise.
Nah, he's gonna
Burrow
be in that tier.
has
Nah.
beaten Mahomes twice.
He's gonna be in that tier 3 times.
Once in the AFC Championship.
3 times,
It's 3 times. Okay.
I think. He's gonna be
Allen-
in that tier.
The situation you just described with
Is
Um,
Josh Allen.
yeah, but
And Josh
Allen
Allen
was
got
in
all
that
the time.
conversation already. Everyone knew Allen was the second best
Dude,
quarterback in the league.
I'm just saying.
before that
I've
game.
heard conversations where Herbert's or Lawrence is in the Herbert Allen Burrow tier.
That's wrong. That's just wrong.
I think he's gonna happen. He's gonna beat Herbert, and he's gonna
I
go
think
toe-to-toe
one
with
day
Mahomes.
he'll get
and
there because he
no, he's-
obviously has the talent.
After round 2, you can be put in that tier.
Maybe. I don't think anyone's gonna be arguing for a very long time who the best quarterback in the
All
league.
right, all right. Maybe that was an exaggeration. But he's gonna be in the Burrow Allen Herbert tier.
Okay. Tess, do you have one or Greg?
Hot take.
Yeah.
All right. Last year I said the Jets were gonna make the playoffs. Now, my hot take is the Jets will not make the playoffs until 2030.
Dude, I
Is-
wouldn't be alive. I'm not
Wait,
gonna
is-
be alive.
Is that
That
even
happens.
like a hot take? Like I feel like that's just like what people
Jets will
assume is
make the
gonna
playoffs
happen.
until at least 2030.
I mean, that just means that they have to repeat
just
their
not gonna
last
happen.
12 years for another 7 years.
Yeah, like that's so doable.
I think that's likely, honestly.
Yeah, I think
If they don't make the playoffs next year, they're gonna fire everybody in the front office.
Is Joe Douglas
GM.
I'm just saying, when a GM misses on their top quarterback prospect, that's normally
They
when
should get fired, right?
That's
Well, I
normally how it
mean,
happens.
he saved himself with the draft that he had this year, because
I know,
we
but
had a
it-
really
They
good
have
rookie
good
class.
this year.
Like
the
really
last
good rookie
the
class.
last GM got fired because he missed on Sam Darnold.
No, he signed Le'Veon Bell. He signed Mosley.
I know. I'm just saying. I mean, he's not going to get
Mosley's
fired
good,
this
but-
year, but I'm saying he's on the hot seat. if they don't turn it around.
Oh, he's already there. Him and Salah are already on the hot seat.
I don't like Salah. It's just not the. It's not the head coaching. He's a great defensive coordinator. I don't think he's a
You
great head
need
coach.
offensive coaches as your head coach.
I also just I don't know. There's like a vibe about him.
What the Jets should do is fire their offensive coordinator, bring in an experienced one, and then get like a veteran guy to assist them.
It's just hard to have like the offensive coordinator be the only offensive guy. Like it's an offensive league, so you
Yeah.
win games.
Offense wins championships now.
That's not.
My hot take is that the Dallas Cowboys will reach the Super Bowl this year.
That might be the worst.
Yeah, baby.
The worst
Yeah,
take
baby.
in the
Dude,
history.
We
of
roll
the
with the
show.
boys.
That's what you guys said about the Steelers making the 7th seed last year.
Nah, this is so much worse.
No, like you actually put on TikTok, like, is this the worst take of all time?
You
And
can
if the
post
Jets
this right
scored
now, dude.
double-digit points in Week 18. It would have
Dude, I'm
canceled.
not afraid to say outlandish things in the
No,
hot
but
take.
this isn't like
You know what
possible.
I do? I said like Dougie Hamilton and win the Norris. I said like
Dude, I just said Trevor Lawrence was
what
going to win the
else? Did I
Super
do?
Bowl.
I said one that was really bad.
You said the Steelers would get a top 3 pick.
Steelers we had top 3 pick, dude. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid anymore. Okay.
Nah,
I'm
this
not
was
afraid
like,
anymore.
this was atrocious.
Anymore.
I need a coffee. Let's end this show.
I'm
5
sure.
viewers.
Dude,
I haven't gone yet.
Oh yeah.
All right, so
That's
March
just, like, went
Madness
out
is
with them.
approaching. So my hot take, I'm gonna give a little preview. Cookout is mid.
Cookout.
dude,
Yeah.
that was
Like
the most
barbecue?
irrelevant. That's the most irrelevant hot take we've ever had.
Are you
It
talking
is
about like
good, but,
barbecue?
it's so cheap.
Cookout,
Oh,
like the fast
But
food.
we don't have that where
Yeah,
I
I've
live.
never had it.
Is Greg the only other person that's had it?
Yeah.
I
What
can
is
have it.
cookout?
I'll come up with another hot take.
I can get it soon.
You should
Bro,
get.
it's like
before,
right next
you
to
have to
your
try
college,
it
so.
before March Madness. Like, you have
Okay.
to. Yeah.
Dude, so it's like a
What
big-
is it? Just like a
There's
barbecue
some people,
place?
like there are some people I know that like it's like they're like religious about Cookout. Like
I don't know. We were like deciding where to
this?
go one night.
Yeah.
Whether we were gonna go to Cookout or Sheets, and everyone that's like had both is like, let's just go to Sheets.
Dude, I've never seen cookout in my life.
Cookout has so many options. Is it ice cream?
favorite
Then I've
thing
never
at
had that ice
Cookout
cream
is
there.
to get the
Dude, Greg's, like,
ultimate
holding his
dog
computer.
tray. So you get
Dude, Sal, there's so many in Virginia. Oh my
one
No, I
god.
know.
meal option.
There's some
Dude, there's
here.
literally one like not even a mile from his
Yeah.
school.
No, I can go there. I just haven't.
Why is Greg upside down? What is he doing?
I had to change locations a
I'm
couple.
also not at school right now. So.
Frank, when you come back for spring or I guess summer, can you bring me cookout? Somebody bring me cookout. Sal, bring me cookout.
I'll
since
bring
you're-
you
want-
I'll bring you a Cookout for spring break.
You want reheated Cookout?
I want to try it.
No, dude, I'll get it like right before I leave. It'll be here in 5 hours. It'll still
You got to
be
get the ultimate dog meal, the 2 hot dog tray with 2 corn dogs as the sides. It's electric.
Frank,
Tess,
why
you
are
could
you
just,
wearing like church clothes?
I'm actually dripped out today.
Tess, you could just come to Virginia and then
I could come to Virginia.
eat some.
I should go down south. I'm definitely gonna visit Frank one day
One day.
and be frat.
Go
I'll
Cubs.
visit Frankie. All right.
All right. I don't want to come up with another hot take, so I'm sticking with Cookout.
No,
today.
you have to.
All right, fine.
That's what
The
this show is
49ers
built
are
on.
still not going to lose another game for the rest of the season. It's my hot take. It's
Hey,
plus
That'll be
450, so it's they're technically not the favorites, so therefore it's a hot take, so you can lick my nuts. Niners
Okay.
to the moon, baby. They're not losing. They're the best team in the league. They're not losing.
What if they lose to Geno Smith?
Dude. Gino to the
Geno
All
the
right,
Jets.
I'll throw one more hot take out there. Gino's gonna go back to the Jets in the offseason.
Dude, that will never happen. I'm not accepting that.
It's
not
gonna happen.
happening.
Watch. Gino will be a New York Jet.
I
Dude,
think
Derek Carr is the Jets quarterback. He might as well be on the Jets right now.
I think it's
They're
more
getting Derek
likely.
Carr.
I really
I
have to
think
go. So
It's more likely that Gino goes to the Jets than that the Cowboys win the Super Bowl.
all right. See you guys.